I'm just trying to cultivate the proper motivation. So in motivation, so we simply have to remember the meditation that we have on the love and compassion of giving and taking, which we have just done before. So in which the emphasis is on cultivating the thought of wishing all other beings to have happiness and be free from sufferings. So this is what we should have in our motivations. So in the everyday life, so it's important to remember the love and compassions that you cultivate within yourself, and remembering to be always maintaining that love and compassion, and also whatever deeds, actions that you create, and trying to make sure that these actions reflect, this action has some influence of that the love and compassion. So which is something as a quality, inner quality, which is very much, if we check in our own as a human beings, so it is very very kind of close to the humanities. When we think about the purpose that behind why we perceive the meditation practice, so there are a lot of reasons. Sometimes we wanted to we practice meditation because with the hope that it will bring more peace in our life, or more joy, more happiness in our life, or bring more the space, more relaxations within ourselves, and just also give more able to share more with others. And also there are some other people who who want to know, who want to do meditation practice, because in order to have some influence over other peoples. So, so all this, the various things that we wish to have, really have the, we can achieve this through cultivating and developing love and compassion.
That's wrong thing. That's I just know some Nyaki, young Nyaki. Shaman Nijeong, Matanotse, so the Yanko, so same day. Yanarenda. Would the Leka go with the Lang and other Shamania, would the letters? Son Tenetona, Tingo Pachi, dinner, Yapun Duate. Kale, and son Tona, Kalakachi. Then they sang telling other Yapus leg, drip, only other son to go. Japuchin on to a pelmatis and rat, and that didn't pass on Yapu, Tona, then said it. Wape, Linjabu shooting, then one of the young do. In that Soroson Teto, the Yapuya head, the Pa, Shallow pass on the Matichis, wrong sanctilion. Gesturing epithelium, mother, sang sanctilion. Sanctilion is the cards and Tangana, Shoma, Nijetting, and a ching on my head. Take cards and Shoma, Nijetting, wrong loader. Sure, yes, such a roll of tell it, sit down, tell it, sit in it, yeah, somebody young one said they are laying. That chick tend out till leg. It's a son, that do not go tend out till you got it. So no, Charles say, Apu, and the son to know, Apu, we are there, that's on that to know.
So it's important to understand that we have to, through practicing meditation or spiritual integrating spiritualities. So we have to we are working on something to develop something within our mind. In the if we talk of love and compassion, and we have to focus on this quality to arise in the depth of our heart, and so even in generally speaking, even when we think of we should have our understanding of the Dharma practice. Also, it should be also something that practice which we if we have to practice Dharma, then we have to the most important thing is we have to turn our focus, towards ourselves or to within ourselves. So therefore, it's important to in terms of practicing meditation or in terms of our spiritualities. So we have to important to prevent the mind from looking to the external objects. So and then as to the how we make success in practice, then this is it is something that we have to understand that it's not going to happen over just trying the practice for example, trying to cultivate love and compassion for just over 1 or 2 days. So rather, it is you have to be consistent, with the practice, and trying to doing it over and over again, like familiarizing oneself with the practice over and over again, and only then you can really experience the benefits of the practice, and also how if with the proper understanding and the proper application of practice, how if we develop develop the practice develop in our practice, such as like if we develop more love and compassion, then naturally automatically, like as all the benefit that we are talking about here, such as bringing joy in one's own life, and also inner stability, and as well as to have this the having a positive influence on all the people around you. So all this, kind of naturally happens. So even though there are some school which believe that the through through anger, or you may be through the power of anger, you may have you may you may control or bring the other people into your control, or have a lot of influence on others. But in fact, if you check, you are not really bringing under control, or you are not winning them towards your side. So therefore, however, if we cultivate, if we show love and compassion to others, then we will be really winning them towards our side. And also it is the quality of love and compassion is not necessarily something to do with the religions or spirituality, but it is something which is which we can, the benefit of which can be seen in any, in not only in the individual life, but any like a organization or any communities. So where there is a more sharing of love and compassion, so then naturally it kind of you will see very friendly atmosphere. There's more happiness and there's more good harmony in that kind of communities. So therefore, the here, as mentioned before. So we again, when we talk about love and compassion, and it's all the benefit you can gain from that. So we are again talking about something, qualities, something which we need to enhance and develop within ourselves, and to see, and through that to recognize that quality within ourselves. As we learn from the teaching, so you see that how when you develop the qualities, spiritual qualities, and how this is so is a true refuge, true protections, unfailing refuge for oneself. For instance, how we talk about, we can, in terms of the teaching, we learn about like 10 virtue of like sort of 10 virtues actions, which is like a form of the practice of morality, and how love,
제외진 예시지 더 좋은다.
No.
더 좋은다. 레티 디마디와 말이. 그렇지.
그래서.
레디마디와 말 먹이지는.
No.
레자자 라마데.
No. But the injigi actions, 10 virtues actions. No.
That's it. It's a lesson.
No. We shall just no. I'll give like a virtues, 10 virtues. We no.
Geshe Doga
No.
Lord Chamber le mai the nyamu vi la.
No.
Do it.
Okay.
Ma la se
No.
ya.
Mara
Le nyamu ga.
건조기 남주 개와 주세요.
Ya se no
de 개와 주세요.
Ya se le se
No. The okay.
Yeah.
No.
Which is no vision. No an action, 10 no action, say no say. Never I no say that. You know? It's 10 and in Nessa Casa company. Nesse. Nesse. Lutasa, that's the lemma. Law in the law in lemma.
No. So with the technicality of the terms, so in Tibetan that lay with actions, so which cannot be used for all the what we call all 10 wholesome actions. We can't call it all 10 are actions. So that's the actions like the 3 mental virtues. We usually don't use the term actions like a lay, actions. No. No. So talking about this 10 moralities of restraining from 10 non-virtues, 10 non-virtues. So how, if we put this into practice of this morality into practice, and then how, we don't have to wait for the future love. Even in this very lifetime, we can experience the benefits, and through this, as we experience the benefit, then we will have more convictions, more faith in our own this practice of our own moralities, and then only we can recognize that as what we call as the unfailing refuge. So again, something within oneself.
Chikarina, Consumuta, Denzeria, Tati Sovati, the let and be Shirana, Shirajana, Chino Gashan, Goja Roger, Mantovich, Shirajani, Rejeba, Notum Meba, the Gosha, that's it, number charge, chatting, let the other. Okay, so going back to the teachings, we on the commentaries which read as to the question of how do you abandon the grasping at that realized wisdoms. So what it is you're talking about that realized wisdom. So that we in the early on we talked about the view of emptiness, and then we talk about the wisdom which realizing that view, that which through refuting the view of like an inherent or true existence. So now the question is now how to avoid, how to abandon the
how to abandon the grasping or at that with respect to that wisdom itself. Yes. So the root text, which is on verse 54, read, just as wisdom does not see an inherent nature in phenomena, having analyzed wisdom itself by reasoning, non-conceptually meditate on that.
Desi Makon Tempera, Saint Bishop Daikajara. Teta Donke, Shira, Tenila, Zimba Chetapon, Zimba Teta. Don't do Shira, Shira Koran, Zimbi, dance yard. They then the Sipu rest. Tang never doing young in it. Speak Topong and Jang. Yet there must be dance there, dance there, yet no money going to be Shira, don't know that. That Shira called them must be dance, Sipu, they say, Pun nigger vest, shut up on kind of the pons, that they tell them that.
So the question here is that how would you how can we abandon the misconceptions or the in relations with the wisdoms which realize the selflessness. Okay, so early on you talk about which is the that wisdoms or the way to abandon or to eliminate this misconception or the grasping at the self with regard to the various phenomena, various objects. So it says that this which can be abandoned or counteracted by the wisdoms, which realize the emptiness. So the question is now, what about if we have a misconception or if we have a grasping at the inherent existence of that wisdom itself, then how are we going to abandon that? No.
Chino Gaja, Roger, the Manton, Shiratini, Richie Bisetating, so to be Shirachi, and the Kazana, Koza, the Chino, God, Chino, God, Maracad, Kongi, Roger, Zani, Manton, right? To the Zan Manton, there's the name, Shiratini, Jana, Roger, met.
So the commentary reads here, just as the investigating wisdom could not see an inherent nature in any of person and other phenomena upon analysis, the wisdom itself is also lacking an inherent nature upon analysis, because it doesn't truly exist as one or many.
다 대마서바제 알아 대마서바제 어다 타녀 짠이 다 내지매 다 대두제제로 대제제베 타녀서 말아 시바도 가래나 상한도지 선도래 시바세는 미시가르 전통되게 미시드는 레스 타녀지 미시들어 대 마시가제 다 미시 가반데 따뜻이 짠이 진짜네 나는 많이 봐들이 일단 네 제다 계속 말아 니제 대자라 시라 되니 리비제 바나시 리비제 다 대도제 리비제 나시래 지금 다녀서 리바 대도 제지 리비잖아 대라는 제제잖아 싫어 되는 리비잖아 리비제바나 리바 대도 제지 리비잖아 로제제메 됐어라 대도 제지 다녀서 맞서봐대 다 싫어도 가르쳐 따지는 가가가 제단 많이 말아서 다 대학원에 대전에 매다 얘나 덴바야 하나 덴바야 덴바치드마 고를 맞으시 되래 바자 짠이냐나 다 덴바처가 덴바처는 다 오나지는 덴바처가 다 계속로서 돼 대다 리변 넘바제 돼 이제제데 시험에 또봐 공연바 되니 넘바 또봐 매바데 넘바 못도비 예시제 점매라 정해바 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 고바샤 이데스다 나도 좀 더 말하지 내 저러지 말라도 뭐지 좀
So in the commentary, there's a line which says, the wisdom itself is also lacking an inherent nature upon analysis. So, just as previously says how all other phenomena, other phenomena are also lacking inherent existence upon analysis. So, which means to, if we just as any other phenomena, again, if we keep the searching, if we investigate and searching for the to find to identify, to find the consciousness or to awareness, then we cannot find, and so therefore, the consciousness, of course, it exists, on a relative level, if it exists as a something which is clear and defined as a clear and luminous. That's like a consciousness, the meaning of consciousness. So instead of just living there as that definition and understanding the content, satisfying with that the meaning of the what consciousness is just something clear and luminous. So instead of just satisfying with that, but if we investigate and if you could search for the consciousness, then again, then we what we call we cannot find, and that's what he's saying. It's also wisdom itself is also lacking an inherent nature upon analysis, because it doesn't truly exist as one or many. No. Shemet to Pana, Shemet, Roger Tibia Mepawo, Tata Sani Mania Pawota, Toba Coin Batenita, Nomba Toba Mepate, no Toba Mepates, and Nomba Matobi Shiji, Jung and Bacha, the Gomba, Shayet, no Matoba said, no Matobi Shi, Gel Pasha or Jason, then the Judge, Jay, Jung and Bagomba, Shayet, starting in Jabote. And then the so here when it says the nature upon analysis, so he's talking about on the final analysis. So you cannot just as any other phenomena. So you cannot find in final analysis. You cannot find the wisdom or the consciousness as well. So then the commentary continue. So upon analysis by reasoning, so both the subject and the object are without productions, and definitely non-conceptually meditating on it is the cause of non-conceptual exalted wisdoms. No. No. I think the she thing is Japanese. I think Chila Dame so na Kate Goshepa, then young and decent David Joe star conducted. Tondo, Tomani Toba there, Stony, Sunny Mania Pateto, but the son or Tavigeres, they are conducted. Nunde, war,
Devi just young there, then Devi just started last one that no one to be she just sitting there.
And then they continue. Regarding this, the king of Samadhi Sudra says, having analyzed the selflessness of phenomena, and then if meditating upon the point of analysis, that is the cause to achieve the resultant state beyond sorrow. No. And then continue. Go to the next heading. It says, as to the third, the result, which is the result of meditating on special insight, has two. So here, special insight with insight into the truth of like emptiness. So which has two, the actual meaning and establishing it by the scriptures. The actual meaning. So regarding the first quote, the root text says, no, the nature of this worldly existence, which has come from conceptualizations, is conceptuality. Thus, the elimination of conceptuality is the higher state of nirvana. And here in the commentary says, according to Sharawa, this passage presents the benefit of special insight meditation in pulling out the root cause of samsaras. So the root cause is the ignorance which grasping at the truly existent self. And then the commentary continues with the explanation of that the root verse. So as it says, this verse also presents the Four Noble Truths. So it says here, moreover, the line which says on the verse 55, referring to that, which has come from conceptualizations. So that line presents the truth of cause to suffering, which is to be cause to be abandoned. And then the line, the nature of this worldly existence presents the truth of sufferings, which is to be known. The third line, thus the elimination of conceptuality presents the truth of the path to be followed upon. And the fourth line, the higher state, nirvana, presents the truth of the cessation to be achieved.
다 너나 봐 대제 로지 말바데 다 근주라 레도 녀모니야라 녀모도 다 근주라 레바 레지 근주데 녀모모 근주데 녀와 근주 계속 시에서라 근주세다 레 세니도 지제서라 용도야.
And then continue. Based on this, we can make the statement like a syllogistic statement. So, given the true cause, with true cause, that's the truth of the cause of the suffering. So, which are mainly the two, which is the true cause, karma and mental afflictions. So, are to be abandoned and possible to be abandoned by those wishing for liberations.
Well, Manina Calicon, Poniva, it is, and there are the attacks, there are the attack. The Apolas are tended, Benji, Ledo, Yamon, the Chichi, some other Tandem, no, your Pujan Day, Tawan Dana, Pujan Dangerous, Tandem the Boasha, Yishi, Bon Niba, it is, Puja, Bon New Rest, that's something, but Niba drug, that's the thing they lay they are.
So in this statement, so there's a clear indications of the karma and the mental afflictions, which are the true cause of the true cause. So this has to be the main objects of abandonment, something which is to be for those who wish to achieve, those who aspire to achieve the state of liberations. So these two, the karma and the mental affliction, are the two main things which need to be abandoned, which must be abandoned, and not only that, but it also says in this statement then shows the or try to show the possibility of abandoning this the karma and the affliction, because it's if it's not possible, then again then you cannot abandon. So that this in this statement also shows that not only these two, karma and the mental affliction, are the two main things to be abandoned by those wishing for liberation, but also these two are possible to be abandoned.
과이나 부자이 마셔 대 과공시한 별에 레치에서 부자 마이 개아이 미셔 지시 양적 그래 그돈 좀이어서 어제 쉬버지 전쟁은 안 맞아 내가 할일 어제 그돈 좀이었다 더 거의 좀 쉬버지래선데 저 이제 다 되는도 다 그래 다 과부와 셔발라 거의 이제 레도 되네 녀문이 보고 알아 다데 부자 돼 야본 언니세 본니 다선 대드 본니 다 본니 제 가래 이게 뭐 대만 준비가 너도 말이 빨리 쉬어야 비셔 다 돼. 라 짜다 렌지 근지 녀모 그 짜다 쉬사들 나도 말이 뭐 걸시로 다 나도 말이 빨리 쉬어야 예전에 렌지 근지도 되네 녀모 근지도 본니 그래서 가래 나도 말이 빨리 쉬시는 선 다대 저를 과leg 누가 있어요.
So So although it is mentioned here that the karma and the mental afflictions are not the true cause of the of cyclic existence, and they are to be abandoned, but if you ask the whether all the karma are can there be necessarily be an object of no. So whether all the object, the karma must necessarily be object of abandonment, and then it is not necessary, if you talk of some certain positive karma, so they're not an object of, generally they are not an object of abandonments. So of course, so we have to know when you talk about the object of abandonments, karma as an object of abandonment, so we have to know the context of our topics. So here, karma specifically, or the action specifically referring to the two which falls under the truth of the cause of the sufferings. So now, so in this statement, so this says the karma and the mental affliction are if you wish, if you aspire for liberation, so these two must be abandoned, and also it says here these two are possible to be abandoned, but however now the reason that the only reason that was given here is is simply saying because it is in the nature of because they arise from the ignorance, which is the conception of grasping at true existence of things. So that's the reason they're given. It's given that the proof was that the only reason that was given is that these karma and all this mental affliction arise from the ignorance, and so therefore now how can you relate how this would prove the possibility of abandoning karma and afflictions? Can someone go on that?
Of course, that ignorance can be exactly reversed or opposed by wisdom realizing emptiness. There is no longer for those adventitious karmas to remain on the minds, or they can be eliminated from the minds.
The takwa jorang ke marik pasage. That's marik bal ke bar rese jorang.
The marik bal sia ya pon ne ge la.
No.
Je ka re te se.
The marik bal ke nyembo ti ta yor was nyembo tanda the damya to be sherap. The rose de la doa. And the nyembo yoza marik ke ba marik bal nyembo yoza ta marik bal doa yoza anta de the leather nyembo ba.
Marik bal nyembo ye je ka re te la.
No. You want to go give with further explanation on the how do you know how you can explain that there is an antidote, there is an opposing force to ignorance?
Because when we look for its object, inherent existence, it can't be found by a final analysis, investigating the mode of so because of that, the mind can realise its non-existence, inherent existence, non-existence, if you like, and therefore realise that that is not the mode of the way in which things exist. So if they don't exist inherently, they must exist
Dancing the Kogan Zindanjo and Zindango and Gego and Kogan Zimana Shinji, Yomaristan. Dancing it out, you mobile pan Zindanjo or use Zindanch. That's it, Darden Senna and Dina Shingi Majuba the Hakaway or Russell.
Hakwa, not that, Don Maria Badella, Kinza, no Jatisama Muduat. Ra, Damato Shira, the Kinza, no Jatisama yard. Some tattoo with them, Jatisama men fell my house. Is that how can you dig in never go? Jatisama again, some among the net over, then the Batet or that. That's on that 100.
Yeah, that's fine. But what also we also have to consider here is to, on the one hand we talk about the ignorance, on the other hand is a wisdoms. So which one? Yeah, they are mutually exclusive, but also to see whether which one has got a really like a backup, like a valid support or valid what's the word, like a backup, like a valid valid support, valid cognitions. So when we look at the ignorance, it hasn't got a supports the way it holds the object. There's no valid evidence, valid reasons to valid cognition, valid reason to support that way, the way things are are perceived by through the ignorance, whereas with the wisdom, so there is the valid cognitions to support that. Okay. And then the commentary continue. In relation with this, to quote Nagarjuna's 70 stanzas on emptiness, the teacher Buddha said that the conception of real existence of things which arise from causes and conditions is ignorance. So from this ignorance arise the 12 dependent limbs. Okay, and the commentary again, there's one like a syllogistic statement which says, given the samsara of three realm existence.
다 탄대년에 내 내매치 봐샤 예대생다 내된 관다 치제 다 타반 대변 대 내만 몇 봐시게 내 내만 듣는 배가 뭐 내만 몇 시봐샤 예대진과 뽑아샤 예 맞아 대 내만 몇 봐시봐샤 지라고도 다 상태도 그래서
so when it says of course the samsara of three realms existence, so the we got desire, forms and formless realms, and so the term samsara or cyclic existence, really if we have to pinpoint, then we can refer to any of the five aggregates of the various of different forms of life. For in the case of human life, so the aggregates of the human beings, so which we can refer as the cyclic existence, in the sense that we take the rebirth, or we born in these aggregates. No. So and of course in the other, like in the formless realm, so there's not all the five aggregates are present, but the other four present. So so that's the subject, given the samsara of three realms existence, so is to be known by those aspiring for liberation as being absence of true existence. Is that some death with the on one of the so with the Tana station, some theatre, Tawa, Tenian, they met the Chibasha, yet they land you. Can you the Tawa Tenian, wouldn't was shattered. Quad then Tawa Tenian, they met Shibasha, land was shattered. I'm going to add that. So in this statement, so we got a subject which is given the samsara of three realm existence, so is to be known by those aspiring for liberation as being absence of true existence. So how it says that the samsara is something for those aspiring for liberations. So samsara is something that they have to know as being absent or being empty of true existence. Now, however, in the previous statements, so where we are referring to the true cause of samsara, is the cause and mental and the afflicted mental afflictions. So these are to be abandoned. So again, if we think about these two, why these are emphasized, the true cause are to be abandoned, and whereas the cyclic existence of the samsara is or to know the absence of true existence of the samsaras, which was emphasized here. So in generally, it's in order for if we focus on given the fact that the grasping at the self of the person, of as the root cause, as that ignorance as a root cause, and if we through through meditation. So if we realize that how this and recognize, if we could recognize that this conception is a mistaken or a erroneous view, when we gain this understanding, these convictions that grasping is an erroneous view. So if we understand that, if we could recognize this, then we could see the possibility to the end, for the end of our own cyclic existence.
Sibazin Quad Children, Demet in Shibasha, or to be patato, the rest is a wrong at Chugumari, not the Keswa. In the Kinjitani point, they don't marry by shoes. Quad and Demet Shibasha, she was nigger, again I said, Shibasha, either nobody to be done in Bissell, to be patapa, so Roman, or Quas and Colatime, Chuya, Mare, Demet, she should to be patas and menana, Tadim, to say, oh, Mara, to be patapas, Corong and Quas and Madra, then they may, she by the rest, Danny Jane Bishers, that there, and they said, no, lose it. To be thoughts of that, Rigen and Derek, didn't Rosa and they would look for it, yeah. Danny Jane Bishers,
so the reason given is is that because it is in the nature of being conjured by the conceptual thought, or being like the superimposed or imputed by the conceptual thought. So this one, when we understand that the all this cyclic existence is is merely imputed or merely projected by our own thought, conceptual thought, then we would then understand that the lack of true existence, it doesn't truly exist, because it is merely imputed by the thought.
That to be pata by Reman, coroning in your Maris. Quasa, that to be pata by the Masera, Coro Rongania, Coro Rongania, me Matocone, Cochuk Gassia, Congongi, Corresia, Rene, the thing on the Mudua Mongi woman that meets Matabana, Mongi woman that has on tattoo and don't you can to be patas or rest, that to be thoughts or rest, that thoughts or since that, Roger Trabao, that any Pachabare.
So, and then the commentary continue to quote, as I just put in the bracket this sutta request by Upali, a splash of pleasing flowers open their petals, golden palaces blaze in the breathtaking beauty. Look for their maker, but you will never find him, for all of these are built of conceptions. The world is an invention of conceptions. So this is to show that all the things, including the cyclic existence, so everything is rather than having their own independent existence, independent like an intrinsic nature. that rather than that, these are all imputed by the thoughts and by the labeling, you know, and so which is to say, if things are not depending on the you know, imputations by thought or by labeling, then they should exist. Now, for example, the certain object should exist before the labeling, before, you know, calling it as whatever that object is. So it should be from its before, you know, giving it the name. The object should be from its own side, should be identifying or it as that you know, particular objects. So so as that is not the case, so this these quotations, as he's saying here, is just giving a lot of some analogies to show how like that, how all things are merely imputed by thoughts and labeling, labels.
Something that is something great, and Antonio Mara Tonio Cos, and Sipa Seven Road, Sipa Chun Rose, and did it. Mazachi, Meadow Cashe them. Then Hovachu, no one, no one, no, yeah, my pata was a selling other candy, the Chun Road, the Terra. No one knowing other rest over that young woman. No one knows his or dance at no one knows the rest of that on the left. No one knows the rest, somebody left them. No one knows your mother so little. Pen do I? If that's some telling, and a child very quiet can help you at it. Mali watching no one knows you could have met. Pata Basara, called Pata Basara, no one knows him, Michelle, no one knows me. When this was an attention, a peggy or any letter, Tony Gontas and Nemo Toche, Nemo Tony Goas, etc. There is a song to the thing, and another Desha, Nemo Dran, other lots how cold on you. I some tattoo taking the Pajan, Kashi, so dead and Tata said, yeah. That may be tell us so to be the Shirachi chest, and the Lord dead. Lord Tembasha said, can you go on? You want ship? Then Lord Tembasha is a codicil.
So of course, what is more important is to really to relate these to our own practice and our own way of weaving, you know, weaving the things. Like when said, whatever things we have to be understanding that whatever all the various things that appears to our mind. So these are all you know, not true or doesn't aligned with the way thing actually exists. So therefore, you know, as the examples say here, how if we could see if certain like a beautiful flowers blossoming, and how if we see that as the merely labels, merely imputed, merely projections of our conceptual thought, that and then how if we associate that with our own the perception of that particular object, then this will have an immediate effect on in terms of you know, lessening the attachment to that that object as being something you know, beautiful. So So just being saying to oneself that how the object, the way the object appear to one, so is the how the object appear to one. So is not something that the way the object exists in reality, on the side of the object. So rather it just shows the projections of one's own mind, and how because of these projections, so one see the object in that particular way.
Te kare sena te ngibon zembi toba mali ba dame to bishara ngibon zamba ngibon deba teban zembi te toba da mali ba rera ngasho rera mali ba te zani yaga tsama zani ba sheji meke za de zani bomba na taba yilas da rewa ngene danza mari ba zani bomba de ta taba desewa de taba res Tava yeza tava yemişler. Ne yeza de tava de karde che sene ngesin joje yemişler. Ne namya to ve shirate ne danzing ngesin joje tanya boto de yemişler da te akon diyordu.
And then the commentary read again there's a statement, syllogistic statement, given the wisdom realizing selflessness is to be followed by those wishing for liberations. So that's the further elaborating on the true path, to be followed by, is to be followed by those wishing for liberations, because completely abandoning the conception of grasping at things from its root is the state of liberation, and the wisdom is the direct antidote to that conceptions. So, so in here, there's it implies that the nirvana or the state of liberation. So is the what it is the it's a state of abandonment of the root, even the abandonment of the conception or the grasping at the truly existent self, from its root. So that the state of abandonment or the uprooting of this the grasping at the true self, so is the state of nirvana or the liberations also. And then goes to the truth of the cessations of sufferings. This statement, given the state of the complete abandonment of conceptualizations, so is to be achieved by those aspiring for liberation, because it is the supreme or the great state beyond sorrow.
Shibateni Gombi so Shibata, don't do Shirati, they're going to be Tojigata, all Maribanga no rest, some Maribanga, then the yellow of God, Telia Pajaisi, the Agosa, telling the other there. I couldn't know my judge and do us. Maribanga Banja, Kariasan, Shibetini Gombi so. She figures and not about Gombati, that you go rest, and not log on Toje, log on Toje, not that horse,
Then the text read, the fundamental wisdom says, the cessation of ignorance occurs through meditation and wisdoms. So here the shows the wisdom or the truth of the path, as a means to achieve the truth of the cessations of ignorance.
Javali, Yala dimension, Ton, Sipi, Savage, and Gapan, Jerry, and what they are.
And then there's also the 400 stanzas says, seeing the selflessness in the object is the cessation of the root of samsara.
Sibi Sabian Gapan just that. I'm question Yella Damet to be with her. Sibi Sabet, Sibi Sana, Tango, Rotate, the Data Kanga, Legit, and Juba Legit, there's not doggy and no tower, non job, no but and just. And not the dog or regime of Tawa Tiga, then Najapan, no but Tore, no but Troada, all of the Tore, quite Tore, tell us. She's in shows.
Yes. Okay, I will. Sorry. Then continue with the supplement to the middle way. Hence, yogi who view the emptiness of the I and my will be completely released.
I'm not then my children that Donna, that Sibang Kwan, the Tonche, Denze, not only she, the Zajet, quality Zajeres, quality Zajeres, that's something, the quality Zajeres. Then number 2 be, number 2 be, number Yaba, Dani, te, Tis, Sawa, number 2. Pasha the Mali, Bombana, Tabi, Chok, Manibin, Yunde, and Yuba top by China. That Roger Jet and Jabayino, the others on that. I sent to Sadia.
So then, in short, everything within this world, this worldly existence, comes from the conceptualization of grasping at true existence. Therefore, it is rooted in it and in the nature of the conceptual constructions. No. Okay, then those who fully eliminate and uproot the conceptual grasping together with its latencies will attain the higher state of nirvana, the supreme non-abiding nirvana, enabling them to accomplish all the welfare of their own self and others.
너 단저지 장화지 자 단저 노바도바 바샤드지 바세 내 바샤지 바 말리 바데 라지 단저 사베데 단저 리라시마시예 자 네제 자죠 단저 사베보 단저 바샤 뭐 말 단저 바샤보 다 수제마 되어 말 손 대서가 바샤지 말리 바시데 뭐베 뭐바나 타비 초 만니베뉴데다 수제뉴데라 레데 만니베뉴 수제 공부를 토바 인제바스 토바스 데바 토바 야 로제 대통령도 많이노 다 생겨내래 보자 말레바도는 윤자도 롱기 되는데 예들 로제 다시 봐야 되는 예들 다시 봐야 되는 거 다 손대서 가지 내가 전에 롱기 데바 이제 롱면 당양
So the only thing that have to take note here, where it's when it says here how this grasping at the self or the conception of the self is the root cause of cyclic existence, and then how it's saying that the nirvana or the state of liberation is is a state of uprooting, which one achieved by uprooting that the self grasping. And now here particularly it says uprooting it's the root cause together with the latencies. So normally we make the difference between the root or the seed of the self-grasping and the latency of the self-grasping. So the seed is something, and when we overcome the latency of that the self-grasping, then you achieve the full state of enlightenment, and which is not necessary in order to achieve the state of liberation of the hearer's vehicles, where they only need to abandon the seed of the self-grasping soul. So we'll stop the tonight's teaching here, and maybe if some of you could bring the tea, but the Geshe said he think if it's time-wise, if it's feasible, it's good to at this point maybe it's good to have organize another discussions. Time. We will decide the time of the discussion later. It's a good opportunity to develop, to refresh our knowledge, and particularly in here that we touches on so many important topics such as the Four Noble Truth, the truth of sufferings, which is to be understood, to be known, and then the causes of suffering to be abandoned, and then the cessations of the sufferings to be achieved, and then the path to be followed on. So and as well as this talking about the cyclic existence and the root cause of and the self-grasping as a root cause. So there's a lot of important topic which you have already studied in the past, but again as important to enhance your understanding on this.